Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, after a 16-year run where they made the playoffs 15 times and won the NBA title in 2011, the Dallas Mavericks have missed the postseason the last 3 years. But by bringing in 2019 Rookie of the Year Luka Doncic and trading for All-Star Kristaps Porzingis, there's a lot of confidence in Dallas that they will soon be back in the hunt. Kevin?
Seems like they are. Thanks, DA. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Look at Indiana. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Mavericks, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlook them as a top team.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Isaac into the 3. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. The Cobra out there with Luka Doncic. And it's the prodigy in at the small forward position. Doris, teams sometimes struggle right out of the blocks. When do they generally hit, in your opinion, the panic button?
Well, let's hope the panic button doesn't get hit for anybody, Kevin. But the one thing that would concern any team, obviously, is injury to a star, either an established star or a rookie they're trying to get good minutes for. But, boy, if you're hitting the panic button this early, look out. But
the one thing is, Doris, you can really kind of rectify the situation because of the length of the regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. An NBA year affords plenty of opportunities to find your footing.
Fultz, the pass to Fournier. Feeds to Vucevic. Goes up the baseline, and it's good. 2 points.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
There's the pass to the prodigy. Here's Porzingis. He's covered by Isaac. Dallas moving it around. Here's the Cobra. Off target with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
It's blocked. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Magic ball. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to Fultz. Outside Fournier. Clock at 6. Here's Vucevic. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
Well, there's a certain strength that Vucevic possesses, so he can play through the contact and still score. That's nice.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Passes it to the prodigy. Here's Porzingis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers. Well, with Kristaps Porzingis, you love not only the skill, but the passion he plays with. You would never use the descriptor passive with this guy.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And with Porzingis, as Doris, you mentioned, that energy he has is contagious.
Well, he is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? Porzingis can run the floor in transition. He can face up and shoot with range. He can put it on the deck, and he can play out of the post. What more could you ask?
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
And every year it seems to me Kristaps Porzingis willing to take on more and more responsibility. There is a process to becoming a better leader, and Kristaps Porzingis is right in the middle of it.
The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Back to Doncic. Here's the Cobra. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
And there's the pass to the prodigy. Isaac with the steal. And the foul called on the Cobra. That's his first foul. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Now here's Fournier. He's guarded closely. Good on the bucket.
I'd like to see more of this from Evan Fournier. He's proven he has the size and touch to score inside.
The Cobra passes to the prodigy. Fournier against Doncic. Pass to Kleba. Launches a three. But they'll get another chance. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Isaac passes to Fultz. He dishes it to Vucevic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Vucevic has got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Porzingis inside. Vucevic on him.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
And here's Fultz. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Isaac misses. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The Cobra passes to Kleba. Down low. And it's sent back by Isaac.
You can see the long wingspan of Jonathan Isaac coming into play twice on the pipes.
Off the inbound pass. Hits it from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Fultz. Kicks it to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. Nice D from Porzingis.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Doncic passes to the Cobra. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Pass to Fultz. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Doncic passes to the Cobra. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next. How can I be better?
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Luka Doncic.
Well, obviously a rough start to the career of #1 pick Markelle Fultz. The shoulder injury sort of takes away his shooting ability when the Sixers trade him away. You're rooting for this young man to get back to his game.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
That free throw good from Fultz. And some have said, Doris, for Fultz, not just physical issues dogging him early on.
Well, I think you have to consider, Kevin, when you are the #1 overall pick, extraordinary pressure comes with that. So now with a new team, perhaps that fresh start gives Markelle Fultz an opportunity to showcase his big-time talent.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And the coaching carousel in Orlando for a few years has now become a point of stability.
Greg, there is no doubt Steve Clifford has done an amazing job in such a very short window of time. And that's after overcoming his own individual health concerns that forced him to take a 21-game leave of absence. What an incredible turnaround for the team and for Cliff himself.
Count that one from Isaac.
There's a versatility to young Mr. Jonathan Isaac, a big man with range for days. He is going to space the floor for you.
Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, can I get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Magic leading by 4. Outside Fournier. Passes it to Vucevic. Over Porzingis. And it's Vucevic missing. Dallas has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
And just tax a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And stolen by Fournier. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The Cobra. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. That's 7 points for the Cobra.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Here's Fournier. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Well, you gotta love just the attack mentality of Fultz. Always getting after it on D, skilled at taking the ball away from the opposition.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And this game will be half of the contest they'll play against each other this year.
It's an interesting matchup. Two teams that don't know each other all that well. Separate conferences. We'll see which one can dictate the pace early.
Status so tall, I think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will. 96 Impala, 4 wheels. Up against the wall, at Fox Hill. Like a boss asked me how I feel. Successful street, touching it.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. The Cobra passes to Kleba. Gordon with the defensive effort. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. And so in the game for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz is out there with DJ Augustin, and it's Fournier in at the 3. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Fultz. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Whereas when you watch the game now, bigs playing on the perimeter, who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane you've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
First free throw is good.
And in their history, the Dallas Mavericks have never moved up in the draft, and they needed to do so this summer to keep their pick.
Well, you think about it, Greg, they went into it with a little over a 26% chance to move up into the top 4. That did not happen. The Hawks collecting that 10th pick from the Luka Doncic trade.
Both good from the line that time.
Boy, guys, you think about the turnaround in Orlando last season. One of the big parts of that turnaround, obviously, was the great production they got out of the center position.
Here's Kleba. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
4 on the clock. The Cobra passes to Porzingis. Here's the Cobra. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. The Cobra's got 9 points. Doors for the Magic last year. Vucevic putting up career numbers.
Boy, Kev, he was dynamite. Averaged over 20 points a game for the first time in his career, and he combined that with 12 rebounds. Consider that came after this organization drafted a center in the lottery, Mo Bamba. So what's the future for those 2?
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And so here is Dallas, following the miss by Evan Fournier. Lets it go with a 3. Cans it from downtown. Fournier's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you love the shooter's mentality that Evan Fournier possesses, thinking of pulling up before he even makes the catch.
The prodigy passes to the Cobra. The pass to the prodigy. Here's the Cobra. Releases. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And 11 points for the Cobra.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Outside Gordon. Oh, good on the triple.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Fires the 3. The shot, no good. And Orlando the other way now. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
Vucevic with the block.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
Augustine passes to Fultz, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Luka Doncic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Orlando, they have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
No good on the free throw.
Guys, how about the Magic making the playoffs last year for the first time in 7 years? And think about how much qualifying did for their confidence moving forward.
And the second free throw, good. And talking about that postseason, Orlando ran into a buzzsaw in Kawhi Leonard.
Well, Kawhi was fantastic, and he gave Aaron Gordon and Jonathan Isaac a glimpse into what it's like to operate at a championship level. Sometimes your opponent teaches you how to build on what you have started to begin and formulate in your own organization. The future is bright.
And the foul called on the Cobra. That'll be his second foul. The game.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Left side, Gordon. Pass to Augustine. Takes a three. And the three ball is good. Augustine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Magic with the ball. Orlando leading by 4. Fournier with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. 6 to shoot. Here's Augustine. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Boy, DJ Augustine, the number 9 pick in 2008, he has certainly been well-traveled in his career.
A free throw drops for Augustine. And despite the journeyman career, Augustine is playing his best ball now.
Well, it's reflected in his shooting percentages, Kevin. Over the last few seasons, he has really taken off in terms of his efficiency. This is probably one of the most underrated shooters in the NBA.
Here's the Cobra. He had 34 points in the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And it wasn't only his scoring, the intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night. I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
Here's Augustine after the Mavericks pick up 3.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Vucevic against Porzingis.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Here's the Cobra. He's got 14. Pass to Kleba. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Kleba's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Gordon. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And the Mavericks call time here. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Cobra. And we've reached halftime in this one. Mavericks lead by 9. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They have a 9-point lead. And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's going up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
And over to Kenny. How about what you saw from the Magic?
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that higher percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on the defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We're seeing a tremendous game here from the Cobra.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. The Magic trail by 9. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. The Cobra out there with Luka Doncic. And it's the prodigy in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Fournier. Here's Vucevic. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Vucevic has got the first field goal of the second half for Orlando. Here's the Cobra, guarded by Fultz. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Pass to Kleba. Shot clock at 6. The shot that time, not on target. Gordon with the defensive effort. Now Fultz. Outside Fournier. Now the pass to Vucevic. It's rebounded by Dallas. Kleba's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. The Prodigy's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs. And the foul called on the Cobra. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Well, you think about the solid first year Steve Clifford had coaching the Orlando Magic. This team had a solid season with a great leap on the defensive end of the floor. Clifford once again showing he is a great defensive mind in the NBA coaching ranks.
Now here's Fultz. 7 points in the game. And finished off by Fultz.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence, showing right there he can get through the defense.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's the Cobra, and it's sent back by Isaac.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And with Clifford and the defense, he's excelled in that area his whole career.
Well, think back at both stops in Charlotte and Orlando. His teams have been really solid on the defensive end of the floor. They limit turnovers and second chance points, get back in transition, build the wall. It's becoming his calling card as a coach, guys.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
The Mavericks have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
That free throw good from Doncic. Of course, you can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get. Well, the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to set it, correct?
Exactly right.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. They trail by 14. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And it's in there. Fournier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
The Cobra. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
It's good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Fultz kicks to Fournier. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Fournier. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Well, Fournier has now turned himself to an effective scorer from any area. He's starting to catch fire.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's the Cobra. Vucevic defending. Kleba tipped back in for 2. Cleveland's got 6.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Fournier, the Mavericks making the shot. Passes to Isaac. 6 on the shot clock. Fultz, no good. Mavericks leading by 16. To the middle. Here's the Cobra. And it's sent back by Isaac. And he recovers it. Here's the Prodigy. Here's the Cobra. Another 3 for Dallas.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Count the basket. The Cobra's got 21.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Augustine's checked in for Orlando.
All right, a moment to see the stats for Aaron Gordon. Last year, getting it done. He was around 16 points per last year, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here's Fournier. 15 points in the game. Ball's knocked loose. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
To end the drought, the Mavericks pull it in. Doncic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy. Luka Doncic can pass it, shoot it, drive it, and he does it all with great flair.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And you see some of the shots that Doncic knocks down. Doris, the degree of difficulty is off the charts.
It is, Kevin, but the skill I love the most is his passing. It doesn't matter if it's a hook pass, a lob. He has the strength to hit the weak side corner, and this guy loves delivering in the big moments. It is so fun to watch him.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Vucevic with the block. On the court for Orlando, Mohamed Bamba is out there with Isaac. Then it's Evan Fournier, and it's Vucevic, and it's Fultz in at point. Now here's Fultz, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Into the lineup for the Magic, James Ennis, Ken Burch,
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Fultz uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, make no mistake, Markelle Fultz, because of his athletic burst, can score on the interior. That's nicely done.
And the pass to the Cobra. Lets the three fly. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then he doesn't hesitate to finish the possession with the rebounding job. You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Now here's Ennis. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
Now here's Fultz. Clock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot off here. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
Well, terrific to see Markelle Fultz knock it down, looking more and more assertive in the mid-range.
They double him with Vucevic. No one near Curry as he lets it go. No good from outside. The Magic have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. That one goes. Count it.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Now here's Porzingis. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Right, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And a switcher also for Orlando. Aminu's checked in. Here's Aminu. Pass to Ennis. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin. And the reason is, #1, there were so many...
Here's Fultz to the paint, unloads from 9, and Fournier with a nice bucket inside. Fournier's got 13 points in the second half. Here's the Cobra, guarded by Fultz. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. Poked loose. No good. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's the Cobra. Pass to Doncic. Here's the prodigy. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Passes it to Fultz. Six to shoot. Vucevic up top. Releases. It's rebounded by Dallas.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. Here's the Cobra, defended by Gordon. Drains it from beyond the arc. And that's now 33 points for the Cobra.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Outside Fournier. The pass to Isaac. Doris, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports, worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
Gordon. And that one goes long. For Dallas, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Offensive rebound, Vucevic, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Pass to the Cobra. Dallas moving it around. Scooped up. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Well, Orlando shooting in the fourth quarter not pretty, down around 29%. Here's Fultz from 13 feet. It goes down.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Doncic softly drops in the floater. Doncic has got 22 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Fultz, the pass to Isaac. Fournier in the corner. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more three-point attempts than two-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade you see more three-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim and three-point shots, and everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Boy, you consider the Dallas Mavericks last season missing the playoffs for the 3rd straight year. That ties their 2nd longest playoff drought in franchise history. You've got to believe this is a group that's highly motivated.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the... And the Mavericks, a proud franchise. Doris looking to get back into the playoffs this season.
No doubt, Kevin. They have reloaded with young star talent. Kristaps Porzingis, already an all-star. Luka Doncic, the rookie of the year. I think this is a group ready to make some noise.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
The Magic again can't hit.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Doncic, here we go. Outside Hardaway. On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Bamba. Doncic, no good. Orlando's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Cobra.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Fires from deep. 5 to shoot. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And it's 37 points for the Cobra.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And so it's Dallas with it. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Over to the wing. The Prodigy passes to Hardaway. Here's the Prodigy. Back to Hardaway. To the inside. Here's the Cobra, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
James Ennis. Wesley Luongo.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They poured it on tonight, dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.